Welcome to Business in the Black, the podcast where ideas become plans. Plans turn into actionable items, and actionable items become results. I'm your host, Brandon D. Morgan, and this is Season 2. Talent is insignificant. Beyond talent lies all the usual words: discipline, love, luck, but most of all, endurance. James Baldwin. Welcome to Season 2 of Business in the Black. If this is your first time here, welcome. But if you were here last season in Season 1, thank you so much for continuing the journey with us. Last season, we talked about the courage to start. But this season, we're talking about the discipline to continue. Season 1 was about proof of concept. I mean, we had to make sure that this actually made sense. People were going to see the value and people were going to watch. Now, it was trial and error. Yeah. It was learning on the fly. And it was basically, as one guest said, building the plane while flying it. Season 2, this is execution with intention. Season 1 taught us something that every entrepreneur eventually learns. Starting is exciting. Woo! Continuing is uncomfortable. But growth lives in the uncomfortable. We heard stories from HR consultants, from chefs, from content creators, from nonprofit leaders, people who didn't have it all figured out, but they refused to quit. And if you're listening right now, ready to grow your business or trying to grow your business, pivot your idea, or to rebuild after a setback, this season is for you. Season 2 is more focused, strategic, and interactive. You'll hear deeper conversations with entrepreneurs about how they built, not just what they built, expert-led episodes on financing, marketing, and structuring your business, live Q&As and pop-up episodes, and conversations from the road. We're taking Business in the Black to new cities. We're still telling Black entrepreneurial stories, but now we're pulling out the playbooks. I want to be clear that this podcast isn't something you just listen to passively. You know how you just go around, oh yeah, it's just gonna be on while I'm in the background and that sort of thing. This podcast is one that you build alongside. It should motivate you to go out and get the job done. So if you're an entrepreneur who is in the idea phase, oh, I'm just trying to figure things out, I'm just trying to, brainstorm and all that sort of thing, or in the messy middle, I mean, you have built something and you are like, oh my goodness, what have I done? Is this right for me? Is this something I should continue doing? Or if you're scaling for something meaningful, if you're saying, I know what I'm doing, I know how I'm doing it, I've got the right team, but I'm trying to take this thing to the next level, you are in the right place. I know you're still listening and you're wondering, how can I stay plugged in? Okay? Because this is Business in the Black and this is exactly where I need to be. Follow and subscribe wherever you're listening. Leave a review. That helps more entrepreneurs to find us. And of course, if you are someone who has a story to share, please email us at businessintheblack@the BDM And make sure you're following us on all of our socials, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, because what happens off the mic is just as important as what happens on it. Yes, I know, I'm a little low on the TikTok. I'm coming. But just make sure you're following us so that you don't miss the wave. Here are a few snippets of what's to come.
Lay on back on the couch.
Did I speak to you again?
I'm just laying. I'm just listening.
Yeah, and so there's it, and maybe it doesn't go to another person, but maybe it goes to your systems. So sometimes it's about redoing your systems. You're like, do I need to rely a little bit more on AI, or do I need to get an actual assistant, or do I?
A lot of us, when you're in that startup phase, I don't care if you selling thousands of plates going viral on social media. A lot of us are still, we are still in the startup phase, and you need to get down there and talk to them, and save your money and just pay the state fees. Yeah, oh yeah,
You run a very lean business model. And I mean, real lean. I mean, almost free. You say that it's $64 with no employees. Talk to me about it.
Yes, so that $64, no employees, it was as simple as going back to me talking about my journal. Mm-hmm. So all of those goals that I had for myself, one of the goals was, in order for me to house all of this, I needed to create a website. And so I went on YouTube and said, what is the best website domain application that I need to learn about? And there was a couple that kind of always prompted themselves, like Wix, Weebly, all these different type of platforms. However, I was like, there's one that I feel like they are unable to do exactly what I need them to do. And so I looked on the website, there was a fee attached. So before I paid for the fee, I made sure that I created all of the
Black folk.
Yes, we do.
I mean, we know black folk.
Yes,
and
we do.
somebody heard the promo for this. And they said, "Oh, I don't need no life insurance. I ain't finna hear that. They ain't finna
change that.
They ain't finna kill me." Season 2 starts now. Let's honor the courage it takes to start and commit to the discipline it takes to build. I'm Brandon D. Morgan, and I'll see you in the next episode.